This is the best way to make salmon in the microwave,
air fryer,
Instant Pot, and oven.
I know microwaving your salmon might sound a little crazy, but if you haven't tried it, you're seriously missing out. It cooks in literally 5 minutes, is so tender and juicy, and is a great weekday dinner. We're keeping this super easy. I'm just using 3 seasonings. I got some little barbecue seasoning I'm sprinkling on top. Now I got a nice microwave safe container with a lid. Pat and collect all the seasonings that I just drizzled. Place it in here. And then to get a kind of nice, sweet, savory thing going on, I'm just adding some soy sauce and some apple juice. I'm gonna cover it, leaving it slightly ajar so some steam can escape. And these liquids are gonna give the salmon a lot of really nice flavor. It's also gonna help steam and cook the salmon and prevent it from drying out in the microwave. So now you wanna cook your salmon in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes and let it rest for a minute. The specific time will actually depend on the thickness of your salmon and the power of your microwave. Just make sure that it can fall apart easily with a fork. See how she looks. It does not smell in this room. It's a very enclosed room. I think it smells delicious, probably from the soy sauce and apple juice. I don't know, guys, that looks pretty good to me. I'm excited. This is dinner and so few dishes. I heard that David Chang also does this, so if you need some legitimacy because you don't believe me that this is good, go to him, not me. Let's give it a little taste. If you served this to me and told me it was microwaved, I would have no idea. I'd be completely shocked. It just tastes steamed or like you could have made it on the stove. It's very tender, very juicy, very flavorful.
Air fryer is the way to go for me because I think it's so easy on a day where you just come home from work and you're like, I don't want to cook. The air fryer is your best friend. So let's get into it. I always start with the salt. Some paprika. We're gonna add some dill, oregano, onion powder. I feel like onion and garlic are besties. So we're gonna go with garlic powder, coarse pepper, and if you're feeling a little zesty like I am, some lemon zest. And the real winner of tonight, our oil. All right, let's add this in. I feel like this is gonna really add some nice crust to this salmon. I'm all about coating it on the top, on the sides, very smoothly. I'm thinking about this on a Wednesday night. It's the middle of the week. You had a heavy Monday, Tuesday, and you're like, yeah, I'm hungry. I want something great. I wanna treat myself to something delicious, but I don't have the energy to really commit to something super crazy. This is when you pop in and you trust your air fryer for a quick, delicious salmon. All right, gorgeous. First, we're gonna grease with some cooking spray. Ooh. You are putting it at 375 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. I'll see you on the other side. And start. Okay, we have the salmon in the air fryer and I like to waste no time. While that's happening, we're gonna make a quick little salad. We're gonna get some cucumbers, tomatoes, onion, dill, all in different types today. Olive, salt, lemon juice, and some olive oil. Just mix it. Is that the air fryer right here? I think it's ready. I'm so excited, I'm starving. I hear a little sizzle. Let's give it a dramatic pull. Oh, it smells so good. You see, it was super quick, super simple, super easy, super, I wanna say heartfelt. Ooh. It's so good. The flavor just seeped in. And my favorite part is that the spices all kind of came together and made this sort of crust on top of the salmon. Delicious.
Today I'm gonna be making a miso butter salmon bowl all in the Instant Pot, and we're gonna start with the most important part, the miso butter. So we're gonna use miso paste, which is fermented soybeans. It's gonna give it that salty umami flavor. Butter, and to add a little sweetness, maple syrup. And we're gonna mix all of this in until you get a smooth paste. I like to taste before putting it on the salmon. That's delicious. This looks ready. Make sure to cover the top, the sides. The butter's gonna keep it juicy. And once this butter melts down, it's gonna fall on the rice and the vegetables that we're gonna cook. So everything's gonna taste delicious. And that's it, the salmon's ready to go. We're ready to place everything in the Instant Pot. And a little trick is if you start with hot water, it's gonna come to pressure quicker. Wash white rice. Just make sure the rice is spread out so it cooks evenly. Because we're using the Japanese flavor profile with the miso, we're gonna keep it that way and use ingredients like sesame oil, dashi powder, fresh ginger, mirin. This is a Japanese wine that is gonna give it a little sweetness, and a dash of salt. We're gonna give all of this a good mix. Guys, this rice is gonna taste amazing. We're gonna add a little bit of plant-based protein, some edamame, and honestly, this is one of my favorite vegetables, baby bok choy. They're so cute. And the last thing, we're gonna place the salmon on top, just like this, and it's ready to cook. Close the pot. This is probably gonna be the fastest meal you'll ever cook in the Instant Pot because it's only gonna cook for 2 minutes. This is ready. Let's see how it looks. Everything is cooked perfectly. I can't wait to eat it. Look at that. She's gorgeous. We've got our rice and bok choy bowl here. If you wanna just have this with the salmon, you're good to go, but I'm a little extra, so I'm gonna add some toppings. We're gonna use pickled daikon. Then we're gonna add our salmon. Look at her. You can add some furikake. I'm adding a sesame crunch mix. And then we're gonna finish it with some scallions. And that's it. So we've got our miso butter salmon bowl. It's great for a weeknight. If you wanna have a more balanced meal, this is perfect. It has everything. Or if you're trying to get jacked at the gym, this is great for that. That's delicious. You have to try it.
I like cooking salmon in the oven low and slow in a bath of olive oil. It creates this really tender, rich, buttery salmon. And it honestly is like a centerpiece when you're serving it. It's so gorgeous and it comes out perfect every time. We're actually gonna create a little bed of fennel and garlic and shallots that our salmon is gonna sit on, and it's gonna infuse into the salmon as it cooks. I love fennel. It's licoricey, it's so good. We're actually gonna save these fronds as garnish later. Cut the bottom off. Then we're gonna cut it in half. And we need to remove this core. This part is woodsy and tough and not great. So we're just gonna create a little V. Pop it right out. We don't want her. Remove the outer parts because they're a little dirty. And then I'm just gonna thinly slice them. This is like nature's candy. So to go with that fresh fennel that I cut up, we're gonna have some toasted fennel seeds that I'm gonna sprinkle over the salmon. I just toasted these in a dry skillet for like 2 to 3 minutes until they were fragrant and started to pop. And then I'm just gonna coarsely crush them up a little bit, but this is just gonna release some of the aromas and really get the flavors going. Into our large casserole, we're gonna put all of our aromatics, and this is the bed of veggies I was talking about. So we have fennel, some garlic, and shallots. I like shallots because they're a little milder, and I think it pairs really well with the fennel. So we're just gonna create an even bed so the salmon can sit on top. Look how gorgeous this salmon is. Go to your butcher and ask for the center cut. This is about a 2-pound fillet, and it will serve from 4 to 6 people. So you can ask your butcher to take the skin off. It's much easier that way. They'll also take the bones out for you. We're just gonna put it right on top. Now we're gonna season our salmon. So some of that toasted fennel from earlier. And then to go with that, we're using sumac, which is that Middle Eastern or Mediterranean spice. It's lemony and it goes really well with the fennel and then the citrus we're gonna put on the salmon later. Of course, we need salt. Be generous because this is a thick piece of salmon. And of course, some freshly ground pepper. Then we're gonna layer our salmon with some citrus. I have some beautiful blood orange. I like to use a serrated knife to cut these because you get an even slice and you won't cut yourself. So we're doing Meyer lemon because they're a little bit sweeter and it really works well with the mandarins. So you can't do this wrong. You're just making it look pretty. And then the most important step is our olive oil. Make sure you use a high quality olive oil because whatever your olive oil tastes like is what your dish is gonna taste like. We're going with a light tasting olive oil that has fruity notes. And we're just gonna drizzle it all over the salmon and the veggies, and we basically wanna cover the whole thing. It's a lot of oil, I know, but it's worth it. Once you try this technique, you won't want to cook salmon any other way. And it's like a masterpiece. We're gonna cook this in a low oven, about 300 degrees for 45 to 55 minutes. If you like it more on the medium rare side, go a little bit less. If you want it more well done, go on the higher end, but promise you can't go wrong. Let's go cook her. Okay, here she is. It smells so good. I'm impressed. This looks good on its own, but we're just gonna add a pop of color with some of those fennel fronds, some fresh dill, and then to kind of match some of those licorice notes, we're doing tarragon too. And that's it. Perfectly cooked in the middle. I told you, it's like butter. I like barely had to chew it. It just melted in my mouth. It was so juicy. And the fennel is really coming through. This is definitely the best way to cook salmon in the oven. It's foolproof, it comes out perfect every time, it's gorgeous, and I promise everybody will like it.